Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back for another awesome episode of That Pop Culture Pod. Joining me are the first two contestants in the Squid Game to ever get married in the game. Juan and Jess, hello.
Hello.
Ew.
Wait until the final episode and you find out that I also betrayed her for all the money.
Oh, no. Not again.
Not again. We had to come back for the
How-
second season just so I could betray her a second time.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm tired.
Same.
Me too. I just had a long day of work, but I'm ready. I'm ready to engage in some exciting conversation about the inevitable downfall of the Squid Game. Wait.
We were recording on Wednesday for people who, whoever knows when these come out. We kind of just do it when we do it. But we're recording Wednesday this time because Jess had her bachelorette weekend. So she was gone all weekend, and Hunter went up north as well. So I was like, you know what, guys? Why don't we just maybe call it?
Well, even upon my return, I was in no way, shape to perform.
No.
It was bad.
Yeah, that was a tough Monday. I'm not gonna lie. I was feeling that too.
Yeah, it's just one of those really long weekends. And it's like you want to come in with like the most amount of energy, especially when we're going to talk about something that I actually quite enjoyed. Which really quickly, guys, the end of the episode will be another spoiler cast. So we'll let everybody know. We'll say our goodbyes, and then we'll dive right into Squid Game. So hopefully you guys have caught up by now. And if not, well, it's going to
Get
be
on
more
Netflix.
fun if you listen to us anyways. What's that?
I'd literally get on Netflix and watch the show.
Wow, someone's spicy. Someone's still tired from her bachelorette weekend. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure I've seen Hunter in photos with you, and he was also wearing a bride-to-be sash. So I just want to know what that's about.
I think I saw him on a log, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
Floating down the river. Yeah, I went on my big annual tubing trip, and it was a lot of fun. Sunday and Monday were tough, but I'm still a little bit banged up, bumps, cuts, and bruises. But it was a very fun time. I love to be in the water. We were on the river for like 8.5 hours, so it was awesome.
Did you get burned?
I did not get burned. I'm a sunscreen queen personally, but
Ugh.
and I was in the water a lot and like swimming under logs and rocks and stuff like that. And there was also a period where it was like raining for like 20 or 30 minutes, and it was some good breakup in the sun. But a lot of other people got burned. I won't mention any names, Bailey.
Oh, no.
He didn't even finish the sentence. Just immediately started calling him out. Oh my god. Well, she's gonna have a good tan for the wedding.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I had my annual drink a whole bottle of tequila in 8 hours, and that was a good time as well.
Oh my
Same.
God.
Stop. You're giving me PTSD.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a challenge I rarely ever lose. I'm
Yeah,
so
me-
good at just taking down. She brought home some tequila from her trip, and I had it gone in a day and a half.
I couldn't even look at it after my 2-day bender. Couldn't do it.
I literally was just drinking the Casamigos out of the bottle, and I had a whole container of lime juice that I was just drinking out of as well. And that was the river swag.
I know that acid reflux was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all. None.
Oh, really?
None.
Yeah, I tend to not have a big problem too, but if I put too much lime in my shots or in my margaritas, I could feel a little bit in the back of my throat by the time I'm done
The
drinking.
lime that sits on the side of my drink is enough to send me over the edge.
Oh, you start to feel it
Can't do
after that?
Yeah, I'm like, there's a lime somewhere here. If
Oh
it's
my
in the
God.
room, I'm like, ooh.
Oh,
I
my!
might
Somebody get the
throw-
Tums. Get
I
the
get
fucking
the-
Tums.
I get that a lot more from like a lot of sugar. It's specifically like if I drink like a Four Loko, I almost always get acid reflux really bad now. I'm
Oh,
getting
that's
old,
crazy. When I
guys.
drink a Four Loko, I immediately go to heaven.
Drinking a Four Loko at any point in time is crazy.
Well,
Well, I mean, what if
probably
it's
should
Four
not
Loko
bust out
o'clock?
the bachelor party Four Locos then, huh?
No, I won't be there.
Not
You're-
yet.
Do your thing.
I love Four Locos.
I
So
used to.
bad.
They don't love me anymore, though. That's the problem. They outgrew me. It wasn't the other way around.
They outgrew me. Oh my god! If I had $1 for every time we were like, it's Four Loko season, and then cut to 2 hours later, and I'm throwing up in a bush wherever we are, then dude, I'd have enough money to pay off for a new car, the house, and the wedding.
Or all over the side of your car because you're hanging your noggin out the window.
I don't think I've ever done that.
You have done that. I had to clean your car afterwards.
Because I threw up out of it?
Yeah, you thought somebody else came to the house and threw up all over your car. You were mad as hell in the morning.
Yeah, this story
was
does not
you.
add up.
It was you.
I don't recall. I do not
did
recall.
paint a racing stripe on the side of Ryan's car the one time we were leaving your house, so...
Racing stripe, bros.
Gnarly.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so straight on that.
Yeah.
So tell us about work. You said people were touching you and you liked it?
Not quite. Just have some people who are... You know, has this ever... Anyone who's listening that has tattoos... I feel like it's a shared universal experience that people get really weirdly, like, handsy and, like, grab your arm and stuff like that to look at your tattoos, or, like, just cross lines, or, like, ask you way too many questions when you don't even know them about, like, your tattoos. It's just, like, I don't really care if they're asking questions, but do not put your hands on me unprovoked.
Even provoked. Don't touch me. I hate being touched by anybody, but, like any people other than, like, my closest friends. I'm just not a fan of being touched. Honestly, don't even look at my tattoos. Who said you could look at me?
Not in, like, a debilitating way, but I'm a little bit of a germaphobe also. Like, I really don't mess with just the idea of people touching me and, like, I don't know what they got going on.
What they got going on? Ma'am, you look pretty dirty. Why are you touching me?
That's not... Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it happens a disgusting amount of times to me.
Yeah, but you're a woman, though, so men are touching you unsolicited
which is, like,
no matter
almost
what.
Scarier.
Yeah. Well,
It is
They're
definitely
saying some,
scarier.
like, crazy shit, too. It's not just like, wow, dude, that's a sick dragon. No. It's always, like, a really skeezy comment, too. And then
like
they're
grabbing
grabbing
your
you.
arm. And they're like, oh, this arm would look so cool. Some pine trees on it, bro. Some cool pine trees on your arm.
I had a guy grab my throat because of the one that's, like, on my shoulder. He grabbed, like, my throat to try to, like, move my head over so he could look at it.
I would have pepper sprayed him, shot him, pepper sprayed him again, revived him, pepper sprayed him again, and then maybe shot him one more time.
The pepper spray killed him?
No, the first shooting did.
I was gonna
Right
say,
in the gullet.
I'd Bugatti chop that man right in the neck immediately.
Bugatti vroom!
He loved it.
It's so funny.
You should have seen his face. The scary eyes he gave me before he lined that up. Oh my god.
Just a straight V12 to the throat. Try this on for size. Doug. Come on, let's be honest. If your name's Doug, you're touching women
It
unsolicited.
was the night we met, actually. It
Oh,
was
yeah, I
that
know.
Super guy. It was the guy wearing the soaking wet hoodie, but it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, his wife was calling him while he was hitting on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was showing me the same lame-ass Detroit Tigers tattoo on his arm over and over and over again.
In the middle of a bunch of pine trees, and he had the tribal tattoo around his wrist, and I'm just kidding.
It's better than somebody with a giant Skyrim logo on their arm. So, you know, this one thing that people do, Corbin, this one thing that people do in Michigan, I don't know if they do them in other states, is they'll get like gigantic D tattoos, which is like the logo for the Detroit Tigers.
That was it.
And it's like, you've only been to Detroit 3 times your entire life, and it was to see a game. Like, why do you have a giant Detroit logo on you? I get it's like the Tigers, but it's like, this is Detroit pride, man. And then it's the same people that are like, I don't go to Detroit because of those people. That's literally what it is 9 times out of 10 when I see somebody with those. They're wearing Oakleys, they're being racist, and they have a big fat Detroit tattoo on their arm.
I feel like it's okay to have them, but just don't show me. I don't want to see it. That's embarrassing.
It depends on who has it.
You can do what you want behind closed doors, but I don't want to see your Detroit Tigers tattoo.
Seriously.
Behind closed doors.
Keep it out of my face.
Fucking Bugatti chop. Wow.
Exactly.
So when you were talking about being a germaphobe, I don't know if we talked about last week, me and Jess spent a lot of time at the lake this year as well. Like one weekend we were there. I had like fucking 15 hours altogether. Like we spent a lot of time. But I hate swimming in lakes because I do not like how gross they are. And that's coming from, obviously living in like the cleanest water in the U.S. I still hate lakes. I get ear infections all the time. I hate being in there with all the drunk people with the Detroit Tigers tattoos. Like, I hate
up
it.
a storm.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know, literally, one of our friends, like, went around the other side of the boat, and I was like, oh, what were you doing? And she was like, oh, I had to go pee. Like, you fucking dirty whore. Get away from me.
Oh man, I honestly would rather be neck deep in muddy water than like have a stranger like graze my arm. To be honest with you, like I was fine in the river all day. Like that didn't bother me at all. Like I was at one point I literally went into like a cold water stream and like was mud from like my chest down. Doesn't bother me, but like a stranger touching me, there's layers. I don't like it.
There's layers.
Yeah, like just like unprovoked contact, and then also just like, why are you? I don't know what's going on with you. I don't want any of your whatever you've got over there over here.
You know something that's funny you bring that up. I was excited about COVID. Stick with me here, guys. Because I was hoping that handshakes were never going to be a thing ever again. And then within 6 months, old white men wanted to start touching me again. Like, oh, well, how the hell are you? I know I'm Mexican, too. My neighbor's Mexican. It's like, dude, get away from me. I don't want to shake your hand. I don't want to be around you. I don't want you to touch me. It's like the one thing that I wish would have went away, and it immediately came back. I hate it so much.
This reminds me of very soon after COVID, like probably, and I mean, saying after COVID loosely, obviously. After like things kind of got back to normal a little bit more, there was a whole giant discourse on Twitter over like Magic players and shaking hands before or after a match or whatever. And it was so funny to me because it's just like half of people are just like never touch me, and the other half of people are like, if you don't shake my hand, you're a fascist or you're a communist or some crazy shit. And it's just like,
well, they're the same thing.
Oh yeah, obviously no. Yeah, it's just. It was very funny to me because it's just like, why do we have to touch hands to play a card game together? I already have to touch your gross ass cards that like to cut your deck and
especially
stuff
Magic
like that.
Players. Like I don't want to touch you. You haven't taken a bath in 3 weeks.
Any TCG players like the and again, I think it's a minority of people that are stinky, but the ones that are stinky are very noticeable, and like I don't want to touch your cards. I really don't. I don't want you to touch my cards.
So funny.
And I swear, it's always the stinkiest fella that wants to freaking pick your deck up and shuffle the whole goddamn thing instead of just cutting it. And it's just like, I'd almost rather concede the match than watch you touch my cards like that. Like, I want to just, like, soak my deck in hand sanitizer before my next opponent unknowingly, like, has to touch my cards, not knowing what just happened before that they were fondled by a man who smells like a dried up lake.
Tried up like what was even worse because he started showing you his Detroit Tigers tattoo too.
Yeah, it was tough. And then he grabbed my arm. He's like, "What tattoos do you have?"
Bugatti chop.
Oh.
Oh God, Jess is not entertained. I'm having the best time of my life over here.
No, the photographer just emailed me and was like, the DJ never got a hold of me. And we emailed him like 2 weeks ago to like send the schedule over to the photographer, and he never did. So
great.
I'm just connecting those dots.
Well, breaking news, everybody. You guys are getting up-to-date wedding news as we speak.
Live updates.
Bing, 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 bing. I need to get some of those better sounds. So, like the newscaster sound. Breaking news. We need to get one of those. All right, so, what did we have? Oh. I know what I want to talk about.
No.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 came out. I have been playing it non-stop, dude. It is so good. And I've been playing a lot with Julian, and Jess got into it too. She was actually playing before we got on.
Nice.
It is so incredible. All right, dude, this is something I brought up to Julian yesterday. We finally decided to try multiplayer, and obviously there was a bunch of sweats, and it was whatever. Like, I was just playing with my boys, so I was having fun. But I was talking to him while we were playing yesterday, and I don't know if I've ever, like in the last, like since COVID specifically, like since 2020, I can't remember the last time a game came out and it just worked. No bugs, no lagging, all the textures are where they're supposed to be, all of the features work first try, all of your achievements pop right away. Like, I literally don't know the last time I played a game that just perfectly worked when it came out. And this wasn't even like a full retail price game. I think the version I got a physical copy, which, oh my God, I want to talk about that. But I can't remember the last time I spent $50 on a game and it just worked flawlessly. And it was everything that they said it was going to be, plus a little bit more. Like, when was the last time you played a game that just worked when you downloaded it day one?
Honestly, the new Dune game worked pretty good when I first got it on my
Oh,
PC.
really?
I didn't really have any issues personally with it. I know some other people did, but I didn't really have any issues when it came out at all. And I was playing it like 2 days after launch is when I got it, I think. So pretty much immediately. You know, I don't think there was like a major update or whatever.
That is so satisfying.
Yeah, no, it's one of the reasons it's been one of my favorite survival games to play is because like the game works. It's
like crazy that that's got to be like a baseline.
Yeah, it should just be like completely like if the game doesn't work, it should be absolutely insane. But we're kind of full circle have gone the opposite way.
Yeah, and now it's like a noticeable trait that you can actually boast that, oh my God, my game worked when I downloaded it.
How exciting!
So, what I wanted to talk to you about, other than just how much I love it, my review of it is that it plays amazingly. It's exactly what I remembered it being. It's hard for some people, but not as hard for others. I do wish that 4 had the story mode that it originally had, but you can't have everything. I'd give it an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like, it is literally amazing. I think if it would have had the story mode it was supposed to have had, it would be a 10 out of 10. Something that I think is really interesting is that you have a certain amount of players, and then you have a certain amount of stuff unlocked when you start the game. You get money from doing stuff, and then you can buy more players and more stuff. But the thing is you go through every single map, and when you 100% it, you now have an entire new list of stuff to do on every single map. So you basically 100% it, and then you get to go back through every map, and then you'll have a whole new set of goals to do. It's not as many goals as the first time. It's like 5 extra goals, but they're pro, so they're a lot harder. It took me like a day to finish the game, less than a day. I'd say like maybe 6, 7 hours to finish the game. And then just doing the pro goals alone, I put that much time in, and I'm not even halfway done with them yet. It's actually been really enjoyable. And then when you're done with that, you unlock a new set of goals, and then you can play every character their own story mode. It's really cool, dude. I really like it. I feel like there's a lot going on here. Multiplayer works perfectly. Wish there was more game modes, but, I mean, that was cool. But, all right, so that's my review of that. We won't dwell on it too long because you haven't played it, and Jess is just getting into it, so she can't give a whole lot of opinion on it yet. The thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I'm sure you know because I texted you how mad I was, is how hard it is to buy a physical game now when there is a guaranteed physical release. Do you remember what I was saying about that?
I remember a little bit of it, about how you were having a hard time getting the game, or a lot of people were.
Okay, so me and Jess knew this was coming out, and I was like, I gotta go pre-order it. With the wedding, with hanging out with my friends, doing everything I've been doing, it just snuck up on me. So the day before, I was like, oh, I'll go pre-order it. I'm sure there's a few copies laying around. I'll just pre-order it so I can just pick it up. Every GameStop has advertisements on the windows, on the walls, on the doors for Tony Hawk. This is something they're advertising. We have physical copies. It's getting a physical release. Come in here and buy it. I walked in to one of them, and I went to go pre-order, and she's like, we have one copy. It's already pre-ordered. You can't have it. I called 4 other GameStops. We're not getting any copies at all. Oh, the only copies we have are pre-ordered. So Oakland Mall. Oh, that's over by where I work. Oh, that's crazy. Quick side note. We got a lot of flash flooding in Michigan today. And one of the ones Jess just showed me is the mall that I work right next to. The entire inside is like 6 or 7 inches deep underwater. And it's on a hill, so that's pretty interesting. Anyway, so back to what I was saying is, I called a bunch of GameStops, and they're advertising this game. Like I said, 100%, dude. On the walls, they're like, hey, Tony Hawk coming out today. Get it. None of them will give me a copy. They just will not give it to me. So I talked to this one manager, and I wasn't taking it out on the manager. She seemed young, maybe, probably younger than us. And I was just like, you guys sell video games, and then every time I've tried to buy a physical copy from you guys, you don't have it. Like, I don't understand. If you guys sell video games, then why don't you have the video games? And the manager literally told me that she said the same thing. She's kept contacting the last few big releases. She's contacted GameStop, and Tony Hawk specifically. She contacted, like, the GameStop distribution centers and was like, I need more copies. I need copies. And GameStop just told them no. Like, we're not sending you copies. They have them. You can buy them online, but then you have to wait 3 or 4 days to get it. And it's like, well, fuck, the weekend's going to be over, and then I won't have time to play it.
Yep.
So that is what I had to deal with trying to get it from GameStop. But what I ended up doing was I woke up, because I just got home, and I told Jess, I was like, I'm just going to order it online, like on my Xbox. And she was like, you wanted a physical, just, take a second, and maybe, let's just see if you can find a copy tomorrow when it comes out. So I woke up that morning. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. Because it's going to use that instead.
Okay.
So anyways, I woke up in the morning, and I was like, let me look at Walmart. They had some, but most of it was like online, like I'm assuming, because I have Xbox, and most of the time Walmart only has PlayStation and Switch games. I could have got it online. I looked at Target. Every single Target in the area had 2 or more copies. So at 5 in the morning, I ordered it. And I was able to go pick it up. Well, it was actually done and ready for me to pick up at 5. But, like, Target, I guess, is just where I'm going to have to buy video games now. Because every other game outlet store that I can think of, they just will not staff, like, physical releases of games. I know Oblivion is getting a physical release finally, I think, at the end of the year. So I'm going to make sure I order that. But for, like, Wukong and Helldivers, when I get those physical, I mean, I guess I'm just going to be going to Target, which I'm not mad about it. As long as they have it, I guess I'm just going to buy it because every other place has made it basically impossible.
It is pretty funny that of all the companies that would have the game, Target would be the one, to be honest, just because they're not renowned for their games at all. But I do wonder if there's a level of this of like they would companies like GameStop, like the big game retailers, would prefer to just sell online. Like I feel like there has to be a reason. But it could also be because maybe they're horrified of like being stuck with too much stock of a game.
I think that's what that manager was kind of like trying to put across. Like, the game developer doesn't know how many to print, and then my GameStop doesn't know how many to have because they don't just want them sitting on the shelves. But also, games run like fucking dookie nowadays, and some people literally don't buy games until a few months later and a few updates later when new stuff comes out and like things work smoother. So you should have that a little bit of backstock to make sure that when people are ready to buy the game, you actually have it. But then again, it's not like GameStop has particularly proven the last decade that they're future-proofing their company. They're kind of just reactionary. They're very blockbustery to me.
Yeah, I think that they're donezo, to be honest with you. I think part of the only reason that they exist now is because of all the GameStop stock manipulation that had happened, which
yeah,
that's a whole other thing or whatever. But I mean, that created a lot of value for their company and their shareholders or whatever. Is like, I think that's why they exist more than that they're the premier gaming location now. Because honestly, most people I know just get their stuff on Steam. If you're a PC gamer,
right.
And then if you want physical copies, most people get them at Walmart or Meijer or Target in this case.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even think Meijer really sells games anymore. But when me and Jess went in there to look for bathing suits the other day, this was pre-Tony Hawk. I mean, they have like a huge Switch 2 section, and they have like, they've been getting more books on their shelves again, and they've been getting more PlayStation games and more Xbox controllers and stuff. It's like, I feel like physical is making a rebound in protest of how shitty a lot of At least not, everything other than PC. Like, a lot of the game developers are just, like, they're kind of fucking people with the digital media. So I feel like people are wanting to go back to, from the Kindle, not being able to download books anymore, to the Xbox and PlayStation games just disappearing. Like, I don't know, I just feel like physical is making a rebound, and I know this sounds really weird, but as far as I've seen so far, it seems like Target is the only one getting ahead of it. Like, they're actively trying to bring back physical media, whether it's books, magazines, video games. I've actually seen more DVDs. I feel like Walmart's only ever good if you need to get, like, a cheap box set of, like, a DVD, or you want to find the newest season of whatever. They're really good about that. But, like, we went to Barnes & Noble. Joke, I know it's Barnes & Noble. But Barnes & Noble to find just a few books of this new series. Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, we don't have any here. We went to Target, and they had, like... Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. what do you want from me? You said the whole thing.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Why?
So, anyways,
why are you, as an adult with an ID, buying books instead of going to your local library, Jess? This is an interrogation.
Because I want to keep it. It's mine. I want to take it home, and I don't want to bring it back.
Well, you can do that at the library too. You just can't go back.
Well, to be fair on Jess's side, one, she does. She wants to keep it. She wants to have a nice big bookcase. She actually wants to get, like, a library when we get a house.
I really want, like, a little nook, giant fluffy chair, books everywhere.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, she has looked into getting some of the recommendations that Farah, hi Farah, has offered us, like, for her to read. And a lot of the local libraries in the area just don't have them right now. So it's like if she wants to read it right now, she has to go buy it.
Well, what I would do is you can contact your local library or go to their catalog, and you can use your local library card and use the Melcat system. You can even do it online, and you can order books from any library in Michigan to your local library.
Oh.
I'm not doing it, dude. I want to go in and not bring it back. If I'm gonna read a book, I want to own it.
What if it sucks ass though?
Then it'll suck ass on my shelf, and I'll never touch it again. But it'll look good on my shelf. It's aesthetically pleasing to have it there. And if I'm like, you know what, today sucks. Let's read a horrible book. Boom, my bookshelf. It's there, waiting.
Put that on consumerism. Owned.
Personally, I would rather rent it, and then if I like it, I'll buy it afterwards.
No,
That's actually not a particularly bad plan.
It's smart for sure, but like I'm not smart. I want
All right. All right, she's gonna piss me off. So how about I finish the story?
I want to spend the money on the book, hate it, but then like I'm stuck with it forever. It's like a tchotchke, like those precious moments dolls that people get. And they're like, "Wow, this is super cool," but it just sits there.
Yeah, forever.
That's a bad book for me. It's just gonna be there.
We went to Barnes and Noble, and they were like, "Nah, fuck you, and fuck your lady too."
Me, hi.
And she was like pretty bummed out. So I was like, "There's a Meijer across the street," but then I remember there was a Target. Like literally, there's a Target connected to the Barnes and Noble. We went in there, and it had like 8 copies of every book she was looking for.
Special editions, yeah, it had everything. Yeah.
So that's how that story ended up. So basically, what I'm saying is, I guess, other than the racism, hey, Target's pretty cool, guys.
Racism.
I hate.
Yeah, they're in trouble right now because they're trying to get their consumer base back into like what they deem, and they're cutting workers who are not white, and they want to start closing Targets in neighborhoods that are not particularly Caucasian.
Oh my God, it sounds like America.
Yeah, it sounds like Target, yeah. But hey, I mean, at the cost of a simple oppression, you can get Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
And every book you're looking for.
And books.
Eels.
Everything you're looking for.
One stop.
Have you guys seen any questions, any comments on any of our recent videos or anything like that we could touch on before we start Squid Game? All right, I have one for you guys. Farah asked, new Superman movie coming out soon. What are you guys' thoughts on it?
Based.
Okay.
It's based.
If it's not Henry Cavill, I'm not watching it.
I like that
That's
it made a
relatively
bunch
fair.
of right-wing chuds really angry.
It did do that.
And there,
I mean,
I
that's
haven't,
a positive note.
I haven't even watched it yet, but I know that's how I know I'll probably like it. I have not seen it yet, but I will say
The cavalry.
I am not a big Superman fan as a character, just in general.
Yeah, me either.
And I like when my heroes lose a little bit more. I'm saying it. Controversial opinion, but I'm not a huge Superman fan. But this one actually looks pretty interesting to me, and it's gotten very good reviews. It seems like, so I will probably actually go and see this one, even though I have not seen a lot of Superman movies because I just don't really care for Superman very much.
I don't like most DC. I only really like Batman, and also I hate Krypton the dog. And I know he's in this movie.
Why do you not?
So
like
it's like
Krypto?
I'm probably.
What's wrong with Krypto?
What the heck? Yeah, you can't even say his name right for starters.
Well, it's because he's not important. He's an immigrant. I'm not interested.
Damn. Well, everyone, you heard it. You heard it here first. Juan wants to deport a dog.
It's not the only thing I want to deport.
Why would you ruin it? I was gonna do the gunshots, and then I'm gonna be like, Juan's gone now. So
I have been deported.
Horrible opinion.
Sorry, I don't particularly find the dog exciting, and I don't particularly like Superman. Like you said, I mean, he's just too perfect.
Well,
so you're a hater. You're just jealous, basically.
Yeah, I have an
I'm a professional hater.
I have an important follow-up question. How do you feel about Ace the Bat Hound?
Yeah, not a fan.
You just don't like dogs. This guy's a sicko.
Yeah, he just doesn't like dogs.
I like my dog.
This is gonna be our most downvoted video. This guy doesn't like.
I mean, I like my dog. I mean, I just think that dogs don't need superpowers or bourgeois super equipment. I think, like, I'm looking at my dog right now, giving me a really dirty look because we're not giving her enough attention. Like, that's a perfect dog. Like, just be a dog. You know what I mean?
But it's okay for, like, never mind.
No, I want to hear it.
No.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I was gonna say you like monkeys with superpowers, but I thought that sounded really
crazy.
Really crazy. So I was like, I'm not gonna say that, so we can cut that out.
Oh, which monkey has superpower? Goku?
But, like, yeah, literally all all those. You're like, yeah, Luffy's the shit, but he's a monkey and he's not a dog. That's what makes him so cool. He wears a straw hat.
Oh, are you talking about? Okay,
So, no.
Luffy's not the monkey. His name's Monkey.
Excuse me. I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
It's okay for monkeys to have superpowers when it comes to calm down. But when it comes to dogs, that's your line.
Yeah, because they're sapiens.
Wow.
They're not.
This guy's a sapio-centrist.
That's crazy.
Listen.
It is crazy that
the only animal that needs to have superpowers is Chopper.
Beerus?
Beerus is a god. He's not an animal.
He is a cat, though. Let's be honest. Let's be real with ourselves.
Meow.
It's like...
I don't know, dude. I mean, cats with superpowers I'm pretty okay with.
That's crazy. You're just, yeah.
I like cats with superpowers when I like dogs.
What is that, like specious?
Yeah, specious.
Disgusting.
Yeah. And also, Luffy's not a monkey. Is it Monkey D. Garp? Oh, it's just his surname.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey D. Dragon. Yeah, it's just his surname.
Well, maybe,
he's not an actual monkey himself.
If you think about it, Crypto isn't a dog either. He's an alien. Maybe his surname is just the dog.
But he's... Huh.
Did you think about that, or you just think about yourself?
Right.
Well, I mostly just think about myself if I'm being realistic here. All right. I do think the hyenas from Lion King could have superpowers if they wanted. I do like those.
Okay, that's...
The hyenas that are always joking.
We're coming to common ground now, because those are the best characters in the Lion King's hands down.
Oh, I do like those. I do like the hyenas a lot.
I've never actually seen The Lion King. I'm sorry.
Oh, when his dad falls, that's pretty cool.
You're disgusting. That's so sad.
Like, all right. If we're going to be
guys,
realistic...
actually, I'm going to wrap it up. It's been real. I'm gonna head on out of
No,
here.
boo. Listen, I think most Disney bad guys are kind of whack. Like Cruella. I mean, you're just an old bitch in a nice Bentley. Like, I mean, it's just like, I'm not into it. But I think Scar is a pretty badass evil guy. Or like Aladdin, who's the bad... Jafar. Jafar's just a pedophile.
Why?
So it's like...
Why is he that?
That's kind of whack.
Elaborate on that?
What about...
So...
Or like Hades from Hercules? He's pretty
Hades?
cool.
Is Hades bad, or is he a wronged sibling?
That's true.
And also, I don't think Hades is actually bad in real mythology, right? I don't think he's actually the bad guy. I think Zeus is the bad guy,
I
typically.
think they're all pretty bad. Cannibalism, rape, you name it.
Well, what do you mean? What did they do bad?
Cannibalism, rape. Was I not clear the first time?
So we had another question.
Oh my god.
She was asking us, how have we been dealing with the heat wave? And I feel like it's been going on again. Like, we had a few days reprieve, and now it's just really ridiculously hot. Farrah, a lot of my dealing, and I don't know if you guys can really agree with me on this. Just, I mean, to each their own. We all deal with stuff in different ways. I bitch a lot. I take off all my clothes, and then I bitch some more. I mean, that's usually how I deal with it. How do you guys deal with the heat wave so far?
I've seen it.
I didn't even know we were in the middle of a heat wave, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's been a hot summer.
I don't pay attention to it.
I have been married to my fan, and I like to be in the water, and I take like 1.5 showers a day. 2 showers a day usually, because they like to take a cold shower before bed so I can actually cool down. Because I don't have central air, so we just have like a window unit.
But you just have it in your room?
It's in the bathroom, but basically, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't have central air either. So, yeah, we have 3. We have 1 in each room and then 1 in the living room.
We have a lot of fans, though.
Sorry about that. We do. Yeah, we do.
I like a good
We actually
fan.
just got a box fan. Like, when it was in the high 90s, I actually stopped at work and I got a box fan and I just had it with me in my semi all day because I was like, we need to find a way to circulate the air in the house a little bit more. We don't have a basement or anything, so it's like we don't have anywhere to just run when it gets like crazy hot in here.
Yeah, I like the summer. The summer is my favorite season overall, but I gotta build for wintertime, not for summertime. I do way better with being too cold than too hot. Even though I like summertime activities more. I
actually am more. What's that?
I was gonna say I like the heat, but I don't like when it's, not to sound like a Midwesterner, but I don't like when it's like this hot and this humid, and then I just feel like I'm like sticky and dying all the time. If it's just hot, I don't mind.
Yeah, the humidity
like, it can be
kills the vibe.
90, 95 degrees if it's not also 70, 80% humidity, where I just feel like I'm going to keel over at any moment, walking 10 minutes to work.
God, 70% humidity. That'd be a dream.
Yeah.
I think it was 95 all day over by us. I'm sure it was similar by you. Yeah, I mean, I was mostly joking when I was saying how do I deal with the heat. I mean, I love it. I actually want to convince Jess to maybe move south in a few years. Like, I genuinely do. I'm done with the winters. I mean, I honestly have been soaking up the heat and the sun personally. Like, over 4th of July weekend, I mean, I just cooked myself. Like, I baked. Like, I'm still peeling. Like, I love it, dude. I really do. The humidity does kick your ass. Like, over the weekend, I was trying to help Ricardo get a new car. And I just throw on, like, a button-up t-shirt and some button-up shirt and some shorts. And, like, within pulling out of my neighborhood, I was already sweating. Like, it's just the humidity has been so wicked. That's what's been kicking my ass, like you were saying.
Yeah. It's the humidity that'll get you bad.
All right, last one, and then let's finish up the main entry. This one's a for me thing. So Farrah asked me, she said, have you tried pre-workout to help with not having any energy after work before you go to the gym? I have. I did pre-workout for 2 years. The first 2 years of my gym time. And then I would say intermittently. Like, I'll get one rarely because it's just so expensive now. I know this is something that if she's taken pre-workout or if anybody listening has, it makes you really itchy because it, like, opens up all your blood vessels, so it kind of just hurts for about an hour. But something that she probably doesn't have to deal with the way that me or Jess has to is we have stretched earlobes, like really stretched earlobes. Me and her both have an inch. Taking pre-workout specifically is agonizing for me because when they're opening up all the blood vessels in my ears, the fact that I have so much more surface area on my ear now, my ears are just burning nonstop, and specifically like where my earlobes are stretched. because, obviously I took an inside part of my body and I made it an outside part of my body. Those get like super inflamed with pre-workout, and it's low-key kind of agonizing. And I don't know if I posted a well enough picture. I mean, I think me and Hunter have at least one or two pictures up on our Instagram. I mean, I'm a relatively big guy now. Like, I bodybuild 5 times a week. I got a pretty big body, so it's like the amount of effort I have to put in at the gym is like crazy. I work out super hard for over an hour. When I have to deal with my ears just constantly like on this agonizing pain the whole time, it really does take away from what I'm there doing, and it makes it really hard to concentrate on the sort of workouts I have to do because my God, I'm not even trying to joke. Like, my ears just hurt so bad when I take it. You get used to it after you take them for a long period of time, but if I ever go on any extended breaks of pre-workout and then I start taking it again, it's like almost unbearable. I hate it. But I mean, yeah, I have done that, and I try to do it now with like energy drinks. I'll have like an energy drink before I go to the gym. But I mean, I don't know. It's more so, I feel like anything. It's just the mental fatigue of being adults, working long hours. Like, that's the hardest part. And pre-workout, energy drinks, crack cocaine, nothing's gonna be able to fix that. I mean, it's just hard to go sometimes. But I do appreciate you bringing it up because I know a lot of people have never actually tried pre-workout. And if you haven't and you're considering it, definitely give it a shot because I know a lot of people like it. It's just I feel like the circumstances of my body modifications have made it harder.
I just couldn't get over the fact that my face itched so much.
Yeah. Yeah, your face gets super red when you take it, babe.
Yeah, I can't.
I also have tried it and do not like it because it makes me very, very itchy and like not the a regular amount of itchy. Like, I feel like I'm going insane, kind of itchy.
Yeah. Like, it's noticeably
like I
itchy.
can't focus on my workout.
It's like on the border of hurting.
Yeah.
It's like on the border of like actually hurting.
I do hurt because like just without even thinking about it, I start like scratching, and then I'm like, I feel like a crackhead.
Yeah.
No offense to the crackheads, but.
Yeah, right. Shout out crackheads. We're pro crackhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It really does suck, and you really do get used to it though. Like, after about a month of doing it, it's like working out. After about a month, you start to get complacent with it, and it's more of like a habitual. Your body's more used to it. But like Jess, I feel like specifically because she does not have a lot of body fat, her face, she turns into like a big
Tomato.
Yeah. And it's like you could see her face is just like on fire, literally. And I mean, she's got gauges like me. I don't know if she has the same pain that I do, but like,
I don't recall my ears hurting very much, but all I remember is my face just itching so bad.
Yeah, it's hard. And also, since I clean all of my machinery because I'm not a barbarian, disgusting animal like some of the guys at my gym.
Real.
I don't particularly like to touch my ears, my eyes, or my face once I start putting that, the basically hand sanitizer on, because then I get inflamed earlobes and then it messes up my sizing, can make them really bad. Your ears are very easy to get infections when you have them stretched as well, so I try not to do a lot of that. But anyways, I have considered trying to get back into it. I might do it again, but as of right now, I'm getting good results not using it personally, but I do particularly want to because I think I'm starting to plateau a little bit. A lot of that comes from not eating meat, so it's hard to be a bodybuilder when you don't get enough protein intake.
This boy needs some beans.
All right. So, yeah, beans, true. You guys have anything else for us before we start the spoiler portion of the podcast?
No, I'm all
I
set.
think I'm good.
All right, guys. Well, if you are not interested in hearing about, because we're going to go all in on it, we're not going to save any parts of the show. If you're not interested in hearing any of that, thank you for joining us. Feel free to follow us on all social media and keep up to date. Make sure you guys tell a friend. If you guys actually enjoy listening and you think somebody that you have around you or somebody you work with would be interested, you should definitely do that. We've been doing this for a while, and I want to maybe start a sort of growth period soon. So thank you guys for listening, and it's time to start talking about the show.
Hey.
What did you guys think? What did you hate? What did you love?
I enjoyed it overall. I thought it was really good. It was as heartbreaking as the original season, maybe more so because I actually liked some of the characters more than the first season, to be honest.
I agree.
And even though I knew that, like, as to be expected, like, everyone's gonna die pretty much, I still was like, oh, at multiple of the deaths made me real bummed. Like, And they had some very emotional ways that they got rid of people too, that you like had some care about or whatever. Because like jumping right into it, like the mother that kills her son, that was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, not a big fan
That
of
was
that.
tough. And then her just straight up killing herself soon after that or whatever
Yeah,
is like, and then
Yeah.
I didn't expect
yeah,
that.
that was tough. Honestly, that was pretty emotional for me. Like it was like it just they did a good job making you really care about the characters that they were gonna kill. You know, because you come into this, you're the second or third season of the show, and you're coming into it and you're like, like everyone's gonna die. So like you have a barrier kind of up in front of you a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say?
I mean, I went into it knowing my favorite character was gonna die, but I was so upset. I mean, I remember screaming because I was so mad. Player 120.
Was that the trans woman?
Yes.
Yeah, that was like the stupidest death
And I
too.
was so upset because of who did it. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
And then he goes on to be the
Like-
second to last person.
They were the sole reason that your fucking kid even lived, and boom, you just killed her like that.
Stabbed right in the back.
Yeah. I definitely knew the baby was gonna survive. I called it right away. As soon as she had the child, I was like, oh, that's gonna be the winner for sure.
Yeah. I assumed the kid was gonna survive, but I assumed that Hyung was gonna survive the whole time too. And it's kind of a bummer that they end with him dying. And
They
then his
were-
daughter gets the money or whatever. It's like that sucked.
I feel like they were building it too emotionally that I knew they were gonna kill him off just to have that deep cut.
I think he always had to die. That's my take.
I don't disagree. I just hate
I think
Mhm.
that the whole point of the show, if he just lived again, would really take away from it. I think that it's first off, the front man really queued him up with just like, do you want to live or do you want to keep your humanity? Are basically his options. You know,
Yeah.
and like, do you want to just be an animal and murder these people over more money? And like the whole reason he went back was because he wanted to put an end to it or whatever, or attempt to.
Yeah.
Or he's just really good at playing the game. I'm just kidding. You want to feel better. No, but like I think that if he just won again, like that would mean nothing happened. You know, like he just went back and did the exact same shit again. Him dying is kind of like, not only is it him saying fuck you to the front man and like I'm not going to be you. Like you want me to be you or whatever, and like I think they were queuing him up to be the next front man.
Yeah, that's what it did seem
So
like.
I think that
Especially with the cutscene, like the back, to show why the front man became who he did. I feel like
Yeah.
you're right about that.
like so I think that if he lived, it would just like the show wouldn't mean anything. But him dying is like, not only does he die with his humanity, but it kind of reinforces that this is like an allegory for capitalism, and it's just like your options are pretty much to like, because another piece of this is that every time one of the characters went out of their way to help someone else, they got fucked over. Every single character that went out of
Yes.
their way to help somebody else, they died. They got screwed over. They lost their loved one, whatever. And it's like, it's a good allegory for like what it's like living in late stage capitalism, where if you want to reach out and help people, it often costs a lot to do so. Whether that's your limited free
Yeah.
time, it's your limited money, it's your whatever. It's often costly to help people. And I think that his options at the end is just like, do you want to give in and just become one of these shitty people that you're trying to fight against, or do you want to keep your humanity and die and give someone else the chance to be a better person than you were?
The thing that sucks though is that like the kid will never know
I'm gonna tell
like
her.
what was sacrificed. You're
Yeah,
going to?
personally. I'm just kidding. No, you're right.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys on that, and I definitely think that he definitely needed to. I hope that he turns a leaf as well, because it kind of seemed like he was like trying to maybe make up a little bit for being one of the worst human beings that ever lived. Again, I think the trans character dying was probably the one that like hit me the most. Like that was just completely unnecessary to kill them off that way. Like that sucks that she had to die that specific way. The son, like you said too, the mom of the baby.
Yeah, that one was tough too. I knew it
also,
was coming, but that one was tough.
yeah. But I'd say my biggest one, though, that I really disliked this death was when Hyung went kind of crazy and he went and killed the guy because he blamed him.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of a big bummer. Because, like, he kind of, like, got... Because, like, I mean, he kind of snapped. Because, I mean, you can only go through so much trauma as one person. He's done this twice. He got fucked over by one of the close people he was in this game. Like, he just snapped and took it out on the wrong person, and I feel like that really, really does suck. And, like, Jess was like, you know, fuck him, I get it. But then we talked about it a little bit more, and it's like, some people aren't fighters, and I don't think that particularly makes them the enemy because they have a flight instead of a fight.
I agree, but also if you're not a fighter, you shouldn't lie about being one and then put yourself in a situation in which everyone is relying on you, where you need to fight. He could have at any...
That's what Jess was saying.
He could have at any point...
Yep, that was my exact point.
Just been like, no, actually, I'm not cut out for this. Maybe you should pick somebody else. Or, no, I'm not going to go back and grab the magazines or whatever. Like...
Definitely.
Yeah, that's why Jess was team Fort at first, because she was like, well, he shouldn't have fucking lied. Like, he should have just been honest that he was not a Marine. Fuck him for lying about it in the first place. So, I mean, I definitely get both sides. I just thought... Not that his death was the thing that made me as mad as much as, like, Hyung snapping, and then that's where he took his aggression. Like, that was kind of a bummer to me to watch him do that. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy that he got his redemption arc in the end by saving the baby.
I agree. I think it is a bummer that he did it, but, like, I get why he did, and I think it is fair to put an amount of blame on that guy, but I think that that's a piece of the story also is, like, displacing the blame when the reality is, like, you guys are both agreed to be in this game, so, like, bad shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, like, it's kind of ultimately both of their faults. Like, it's, as Seong, said, like, it's, you agreed to be in the game. Like to the mother, I can't think, what was she, 216, 2 something?
The old mother or the new mother?
The young mother. 222, yep, thank you. Yeah, to 222, he was talking about, like, we all agreed to be here. You know, like, what happens kind of happens at this point.
You know, get you guys' opinion on this. Half of the entire second season part 2 was about the guy finding his brother.
Mm-hmm.
That felt like super not completed.
I agree,
seen each other.
100%.
It's very funny you say that, because that was actually my next question, is how you guys felt about the outside plot line, because I thought that was the weakest part of the whole season. And then
The detective was one of my favorite characters, but I agree, it was super I felt underwhelmed.
Yeah, I liked...
Like, you didn't really get an ending to it. It's like, I think that if they would have actually had, like, a satisfying ending, maybe the brothers fought... And maybe him paying off everybody is his way of trying to maybe make it up to his brother. But it's like, that's also not completely clear. That's why he was doing that. So I felt like if you're going to spend so much time on this guy, there should have been more of a complete ending to that part of the storyline. It more so feels like Netflix told him he had to have 3 seasons, and that's what he was wasting time with. Which I don't think would have been wasted time if there's a better ending to it.
Yeah, or even just, like, I don't know, even if, like... I feel like if the front man would have, like, I don't know. I agree. I think that it didn't feel complete for sure. Like, it felt kind of like the bare bones of something. And I did like the detective character, and, like, I liked the little twist with the ship captain being the bad guy working for them or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I like that, but it's just like it felt like nothing happened. You know, they found it too late. They, like, everything kind of came together too late or whatever, and, like, yeah, it just didn't... It felt like it was all exposition with no climax, with no come down at all.
Yeah. Which, also, I think Jess was the one that told me that the ship captain was going to end up being bad. Didn't you say that he was going to end up being bad? Mm-hmm. And he ended up being bad? So, maybe that also just goes into kind of the moral of the whole story in particular, is that he wanted to talk to his brother, or kill his brother, or do something with his brother. So that's why that was a lot of his motivation. But also the second part of his motivation is I think a lot of cops try to do the right thing, and then they get to where they want to go, and then there is no real way to fix the outcome. Like, he did all that, and then he doesn't get an ending, and maybe that is a little bit of the morals. Like, you could try your hardest to try to do the right thing, like Hyung, and then it still doesn't actually really amount to anything because the system's broken, and there's not really a way to get a satisfying ending.
Yeah, but he died, you know what I mean? The two brothers are still both living, so it's like, it's incomplete because he could just be like, okay, well, he's not there anymore, so let me go find him somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been again, unless they're just setting up for more stuff, which is very possible with the ending, which we'll get to soon, I'm sure. But I do feel like if the front man would have killed his brother, that would have been a great parallel to him saving the baby and killing himself. That would have been a great parallel of like one of them just completely lost his humanity and one in the games, and one of them like chose to keep what was left of it. I feel like that would have been a great side by side if they don't plan on continuing the story at all.
But the thing is like you were saying with the ending, they might continue it in some way. Because they're just shifting to another country now. Which, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think I got what I wanted out of the story. I got it from the creator that I wanted, with the characters I wanted. I don't plan on watching the American version of the show. I don't.
I'll probably give it a try when it
haven't
comes out,
decided
just
yet.
because I really like the premise, I guess, of the show, but I have very serious doubts about it being as good. But I think that it's just setting up for like a spin-off, you know. I think this is
Yeah.
the end of the primary plot line, and the next show is going to be in English, and it's going to be developed in America. Is what I think.
Because Netflix has to milk everything for every dollar.
Yeah, and they spent a lot of money on Squid Game, so they want to get a.
Well, they got it in blood. I mean, it's...
I wonder
been-
if they would change the games up, though, because the entry point seems to be the same. I forget what the game's called, but with the paper, like, square thing.
Yeah.
They were still playing that game, so would they continue doing, like, that cultural up games, or would it be, you know, like hopscotch?
I think
stuff like
it'll
that?
switch over to
I don't know,
American
because-
games when it's filmed by the American creators, if they go that route. But I think that since this was still
Okay,
the
yeah.
continuation of the Korean version of it, they stuck with the Korean games. But maybe that's just the game they'll always use for the introduction. I think it'd be really funny if, since
Yeah.
it's America, they just like ask them very basic trivia questions. And everyone's like, "Oh God, this
How many states are there?
No!"
Right.
Everybody just dies on the first game.
Yeah.
Name 5 presidents that were not the most recent 5 presidents. No!
I don't even think they could name the most recent 5 presidents. Could you, babe?
You talking to me?
Let me give it a shot.
Wrong.
Trump,
I'm just kidding.
Biden, Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, Bush Sr., Reagan, Ford.
Okay, that's way more
Nixon.
than 5. I don't know. No.
They actually are gonna kill you for being a know-it-all now. I'm just kidding.
Who the fuck was before Nixon, though? Huh. Oh, no, I forgot Carter.
Oh,
You fucked it all
I
up.
forgot
you
Carter.
forgot another one, too.
Which one did I forget?
President Sexy. Come on.
Oh, Sexy Red?
Boom.
Yeah.
Shit. Queen sexy at this point. Empress sexy. All right. No, Jess isn't happy with that. Sorry, guys.
Dial it down a bit.
Anyways, this was a great episode. Thank you.
Goodbye. I'm just kidding.
I don't know, though. I just felt like that ending, like, of seeing the Americans and how they're just gonna commercialize on the show kind of killed that for me. Like, that was a big downturn for me.
I mean,
But I don't know, dude. I genuinely think all of Season 2, Part 1 and Part 2, I agree with you. I think I liked it a lot more. But also, that might be just because we got more time with these characters compared to the first season when we only got one season with them.
true.
And there was a lot of exposition in the beginning to set up why things were, so you got even less time with them. I don't know. I like the characters more this season, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I like this. I like Season 1 and Season 2 and Season 2 Part 2. a lot more. And I just feel like it's a more complete story. Like, I genuinely think that, especially from, like, the information they give you at the beginning of season 2 and the second part of it, you could watch that alone without not watching season 1 and still get a complete, amazing, good show.
Yeah. Maybe.
I just really fucking like it, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, it is kind of ironic that they are continuing to milk a show that was about kind of the criticism of capitalism, especially South Korean capitalism. So, but maybe they'll take it and put a twist on it to make a criticism of America, but I don't think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a further, like, game showification of it.
Yeah, not in the current climate we got going on right now, brother.
True.
Netflix will lose all of its fucking taxes it doesn't pay if it does that shit.
Why, what's going on in America
I don't
right
know.
now?
But,
I'm just kidding.
what? Fucking Gerald Ford's thinking about running again.
Fuck, fine.
What was your guys' favorite part of the season?
I liked a lot about where the front man gave him the opportunity with the knife. I thought that was a very interesting point. It wasn't necessarily like the most exciting, but I feel like it was a really gut-wrenching moment where you're like trying to decide like if you believe he's going to do it or not. Especially because if it was just him, I think there's no chance he would do it, but because his option is he could save the baby.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of motivation there to maybe be the bad guy.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like if that's his end goal and he sees that the people he's left with all want him and the baby dead, like, not only is it self-preservation, but he might be thinking, like, the most altruistic thing to do is to kill everyone in their sleep, which is a crazy sentence. But, so I thought that part was very interesting, and, like, genuinely I was unsure as to what was going to happen. And then when they showed, like, people getting stabbed or whatever, and then it zooms out and it shows it's the front man and not him. That I just thought that was really a really good part of the show.
How about you, babe?
I don't know. I like the spinny game where they're spinning and they have to go in the rooms. I don't know. I just really like that one.
That was
The spinning game?
the carousel
Yeah, that
without
was-
the horses basically. It'd like spin and they have to run into the rooms.
Oh, yeah. In part 1 of the second season.
Yeah, I really like that one out of this whole season.
My favorite would be the sea story with the amusement park worker trying to save the kid's dad so that the kid that was dying could have her dad, and then she ends up surviving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I think the sea story actually ended up being my favorite because I felt like it was just enough screen time. Because the B story had too much screen time, and then it did not get a resolution. But then the C story had significantly less screen time, and then it did get an ending. But didn't she end up passing? No, she did not pass away because, remember, she went back and visited. She got her caricature done.
Weren't they saying that she was... what was the player's name of the girl from the first season?
She was possibly related to her?
I think that's what you had come to figure out, but I don't know if I agree with that.
No, she's not. The whole reason she was in there anyways is because she was working at the amusement park to get money to look for her kid that she was separated from in North Korea.
Yeah, I know. I think you're the one that had mentioned that it was that character, like she was that character's mom.
Oh.
Because she was looking for her daughter.
Yeah, I think I was wrong about that because she ended up looking for a son and it was found in China.
No, I think she only has a daughter.
Oh.
And so that couldn't have been that character because that character had a little brother.
Yeah,
who did get his ending finally, reunited with his mother
Yep.
at the end.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. The whole airport scene actually might have been one of the best scenes in the whole season because it wrapped up like a lot of stories at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. Also, my favorite character, I think, is the B story. Like the gangster that ends up working with the cop.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets himself arrested for breaking into the house and hurting the dog, like doing the bad thing to the dog. Like, he was fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah. And I liked how he was just like kind of a burnout loser gangster, and then he ends up kind of like being like getting more motivation and trying to like do cool stuff, and like find the guy who did in the first part of the season find the guy who did the crazy gun game with his boss. Like, I thought that was fucking sweet. I really liked that character a lot.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, I don't know, but I definitely would say that he was my favorite. All right. Well, I mean, do you guys got anything else for us? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I think we covered just about everything.
Yeah, I think that we pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about. I'm interested to see what direction they go with things next, though.
Yeah, I think what I'm interested in is I wonder how the longevity of this show will be. Like, will this be a Soprano style, Stranger Things style show that years later people are still talking about it? I think it'll be very interesting to see what people think going forward.
Yeah. I think it does have a lot of brand recognition at this point, which is good for the longevity of shows, but I could definitely see
True.
them ruining it pretty hard with an American season if they don't keep similar themes. Because I feel like keeping it going loses some of the dramatic impact of the show.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, is that the American literacy is probably significantly less than Korean literacy. So they might not even be able... I mean, I don't know if even a lot of Americans even understand what the show is about. I think they just think it's a game show about killing people and getting money.
And squids.
Yeah, don't forget the squids. All right, boys. Well, I guess, and girls, I guess that is it for this spoiler cast. If you guys have any opinions on Squid Games yourselves, we'd definitely like to hear it. We can address it next week. You guys have any final comments for us?
No?
Like, follow, subscribe, tell all your friends.
That part.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't, I'm going to put Hunter in a Squid Game specifically. But it's just him fighting a squid, and if the squid wins, he gets all the money. Like, I'm just going to give him money and let him go back into the
And
wild.
Squid is going to take my place in the podcast as well, so you're going to have to listen to just a little beak clipping, clicking. So, enjoy that.
Just
Enjoy
like
that
that.
if you don't like and subscribe, assholes.
Or probably not. You just see a giant dip when people logged off the fucking podcast.
No one ever watches again. Send them to the squid.
All right. He's a huge Dune fan. All right, guys. We also picked the squid up at our local library.
Very good.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I love both of you, and I'll catch you guys later.
Out. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.